Let's go to Mike in Madison, Wisconsin. Hi, Mike. Welcome.
Yeah, Patrick, if you're a celibate gay man, will you more than likely go to heaven?
Well, for anybody, whether gay or straight or celibate or married or anything, what will determine whether or not that person goes to heaven is if he or she is in the state of grace. And what that means is to die in the state of loving God and seeking to do his will, and any mortal sins that the person's aware of have been confessed, in the case of a Catholic, confessed and absolved. And if you find yourself in a situation where death catches you without the ability to go to confession, if you have prayed some version of the act of contrition, oh my God, I am heartily sorry for having offended thee. In other words, whether you say that specific prayer or your prayer to God is, Lord, I'm sorry for all the sins of my life. I love you. I'm sorry because I should have loved you better and didn't. I'm worried about punishment, as we all should be. But out of love for God, that's known as perfect contrition. So ultimately, everybody who dies in that state will go to heaven, regardless of their sexual proclivities, regardless of their marital status. That's true for everybody, not just for gay people. Does that make sense?
Okay. All right. Yeah, good. Thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else we can discuss, or did we get it?
If you think you developed a reprobate mind because you were in the scene for a long time, what can you do to heal your mind?
Great question. Oh, I love that. So a reprobate mind, of course, for those who may not be familiar with it, a reprobate is somebody who is damned. So somebody who is damned is going to have his mind darkened, and his desires are going to be distorted and such. And that could be true regardless of the kinds of sin involved. So what I would say is just simply ask the Lord to give you, as St. Paul says, a renewal of your mind. To be renewed in your mind, it seems to me, would include things like, Lord, please purify me of the terrible memories of the things that I've done, places I've been, and things that I've done. And that could be true for anybody. It's not just for people who have been in the homosexual lifestyle. So in Romans 12, verse 2, St. Paul says, don't be conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewal of your mind, that by testing you may discern what is the will of God, what is good and acceptable and perfect. So that would be my advice, is pray, and ask God to give you those graces to renew your mind, and as it says there, to be transformed. And I love the way King David says it in Psalm 51. He says, create in me a clean heart, O God, and renew a right spirit within me. So there we see the inner workings of this transformation. King David had a very dirty heart, if we can use that term. He had seduced a married woman, he fathered a child with her, and then he had her husband murdered to cover up the problem. And he was begging God for renewal, to have a clean heart and a right spirit renewed within him. So it seems to me that that's the answer of how to go about doing it. You can ask your guardian angel to help you, but fundamentally, of course, all of this comes directly from God. So that would be my best advice.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
For more of The Patrick Madrid Show, visit relevantradio.com/Patrick.